plaintiff, Marlene Benson, dated the defendant, despite the fact that she was much older than him. But after he moved in with Marlene, she realized he wanted her to be his sugar mama. Marlene's suing her ex-boyfriend for stolen money and property damage. Defendant Ian McLean says there's a 23-year age difference between him and Marlene, but he still found her to be attractive for her age. Ian claims their relationship started going downhill after Marlene saw that he had a dating app on his phone, and he insists the money she's suing for was a gift.
Start with you.
We began dating probably in about November 2013, and we dated on and off for about a year and a half while he lived out of state. During that time, everything was great. He didn't live
When
near
he lived
me.
out of state, everything
Correct,
was great.
everything was great. He moved back in about May of 2015. So we lived together. He moved into my residence. He lived there for a few months, where then I kind of figured out that he had a sense of entitlement as far as me being financially responsible for him, and I did not sign up to be anyone's sugar mama. So
So you didn't intend to be a sugar mama.
Yeah, so.
Why, is there an age difference?
Yeah, there is an age difference. We both come from technology backgrounds, so we had a lot in common as far as that goes. And he is charming and brilliant.
You had everything in common other than money. He hustled you.
Correct.
So go ahead.
So we actually took a break from our relationship from September through December of 2015.
A break?
A break.
He had just come around in May.
I know. We had been dating for, again, a couple years at that point.
A couple years, he was out of town all the time.
He was.
Y'all wasn't doing nothing but talking on the phone long distance.
Well, we made a few
And telling you, make sure you save that money, because I'll be back in 6 months. I'm rolling in. Go ahead, Beth.
In March of 2015, I asked him to make an investment for me. So it wasn't me giving him money. I asked him to actually make an investment because he had an Ameritrade account, $4,000.
And now you're suing him for it.
Correct.
So it ended up being, whatever you thought, he thought it was a gift.
Apparently.
Because the $4,000 you gave him, give me the incident. When did you first put money in his hand? Maybe that's the better way of putting it. Give to him. He has interpreted it as a gift. I bet you. Watch this.
Okay.
Do you owe her $4,000 or was it a gift?
It was a gift.
Let's move on, though. Let's move on. All right, I'll let you continue with the background. I just wanted you to understand what you were dealing with.
Okay.
But go right ahead. So you all dated up until September 15th. What happened then?
September 15th, we took a break until December 15th. And we got back together. He resided at my home again. And the same pattern came up as far as not wanting to work, sense of entitlement. So on May 29th, we split up. And we memorialized the breakup with the fact that he was going to return my stock shares. I have an agreement.
Stocks? Mm-hmm.
It was shares, so they vary. We have an agreement to return. This was actually written by the respondent.
Let me allow him to give some background. Then I'll allow you to give me more specifics. Sir, or player, I don't know how you like to be referred to. Some folks like to be referred to as players. Some folks like to be referred to as sir. But I think it's probably sir today. So, sir, what do you want to tell me? Background?
So yeah, I mean, we met in November 2013. We sort of hit it off right away. She is 23 years older than me. You know, I still found her to be really attractive for her age. It wasn't anything else than that. And so we dated for a couple months, and then I moved in December 2013. I went out of state in January to take a job working somewhere.
1 month later?
1 month later, yeah. I moved out of state after living with her for a year. And so we were kind of going in this back and forth. The boundaries of the relationship were sort of ambiguous of, how serious it was. Mm-hmm. And then in May 2015, I moved back in, like she said. And so once that happened, she saw that like Tinder was on my phone, and she got really mad at me, and I deleted it.
The dating website?
Yeah.
That was only after he had hacked into my phone and computer and gone through everything.
All right. Go ahead.
But anyways.
She saw that.
So once she saw that, I mean, I deleted it right away, but it continued to be this point of contention with her. So she kept going on and on and on about it, and I wasn't able to really get out of it. And eventually, I looked on her phone, and I saw there were several blocked numbers on there. And then when I called those numbers, one of them actually admitted to being with her in September. And so I was pretty heartbroken, and I was pretty hurt. And at that point, that is when she actually gifted it.
Okay, yeah.
So originally, it was an
I need
investment.
4,000 now.
And I
you
can
done
show
cheated,
Broke my heart.
broke my heart, and for that, I need 4 large.
I can show the messages of she saying that I could have the money in January.
No, I have text messages.
When she said I could keep the money
All right.
as a gift.
Let's see what
There
you
was
have.
not a gift.
And then she's going to give me all of her evidence. All right, ma'am.
He had a sense of entitlement as far as me being financially responsible for him, and I did not sign up to be anyone's sugar mama. So
So
I
you
was
didn't
kinda
intend to be a
getting-
sugar mama.
Yeah, so
Plaintiff Marlene Benson dated the defendant despite their 23-year age difference. But she soon realized the defendant wanted her to be his sugar mama.
How did he damage your property?
on between May 29th, when I feel that the relationship was ended, and June 14th, we came up with a financial agreement with, I think, the one that you have in front of you at this time. And he was supposed to put the stock shares back into my account. On June 14th, he went into one of his jealous rages, I guess. After we faxed the TD Ameritrade transfer, he called them and canceled the trade. But I do have texts saying that it was my money, that
What
he was
about the
giving it back
property
to
damage?
me.
I'll get to
the
the
property
evidence.
damage. The day we were having the argument, I work from home quite a bit, so I took a work phone call. He was at my home. He went on the back patio to smoke. I locked the door to have some privacy so I could take a call. He came through the garage and he broke down my laundry room door. He had the garage to enter my residence. So I had to have
both lived there.
I had to have the door repaired, and
When did you say he moved?
he moved on 5/29.
Okay. And when did that incident occur?
6/14. We were still in the midst of the agreement, so we were in the middle of kind of memorializing that. I didn't actually fax the trade request.
Yeah, no, we're talking
until-
about the residency now.
I have
and the
proof of
property
text that
damage.
I lived there in June.
See, that's what I knew was about to come.
That's fine. He had.
So you have evidence
regardless.
that you
It's
still
on that
lived
as
there
well.
as of June 14th?
I show text saying from 6/10, and she just said I moved out in May.
Right.
And I have text from 6/10 saying on my way home, she acknowledging okay, and then on 6/11 again.
This is June 11th, ma'am. On my way home again.
That
you
wasn't my
say
home.
okay. All right. And on his text also, he says this purports to indicate it was a gift. His plaintiff says, I said use the money you asked for. And he shows me something else where you say, so use the money.
The money that I was referring to when I have all of my proof as well. The money I was referring to was when he initially took the investment money from me to invest on my behalf. There was an initial profit immediately of $600, which I said, that's fine, you can keep that.
Okay, so that part was a gift, the 600.
Correct,
All right, that he made off of the 4,000.
Correct.
Or that was made.
correct.
Told him to keep that part.
I did.
All right. Now, what evidence do you have regarding the specifics of the 4,000?
He did
What is
fill
this?
out the
Let me
transfer
see it,
form.
please. What is it?
It's the transfer form. He filled it out and signed it, and
Uh-huh.
I faxed it showing the intent to transfer them back to me or put them into an account of mine. Therefore,
Where is
he
the
had,
intent to transfer it back?
right there, he signed the transfer form, and I faxed it to TD Ameritrade on 6/14.
And says he was going to give it back to you?
Correct. It shows his account and my account number.
What else you have? Let's see what that says. You say on June 5, if you're stealing my other money, where's the other money?
Well, I was talking about the vehicle and the money.
So there's a vehicle.
What vehicle?
Also.
He was
You
driving.
gave him a car too?
He was driving a car of mine, which I have back.
Okay.
She took the car back, and then I was going to transfer the shares,
So
but she
He-
took the car.
he said here, out of anger, that I'm keeping your money, my money, which means my money, and the car because he was angry.
I'm
Because
blocking
I
you,
was-
keeping
I
your
didn't wanna
money
con-
and the car, but I'm looking at what you first handed me, and you give me an agreement that says, upon acknowledgement of this agreement, I agree to transfer the shares within 5 business days upon receipt, and this is June 6th. What do you say to that, sir?
I don't have a car right now. No, I
Yeah,
didn't.
that has nothing to do with this contract.
We met in November 2013. We sort of hit it off right away. She is 23 years older than me. You know, I still found her to be really attractive for her age. It wasn't anything else than that.
Plaintiff Marlene Benson dated the defendant despite their 23-year age difference. But she soon realized the defendant wanted her to be his sugar mama.
And the property, ma'am, he has evidence that he was there June 11th. You acknowledged him living there on June 11th.
No, when he said he was coming home, he meant to his friend Gordy's who lived down the street
That's
from me. That
her
didn't mean
number
my home.
on there. That's her phone number.
Yeah, that is my
I know,
phone
but
number.
she says
when he was
you,
going
you weren't
home,
referring to,
That doesn't mean my home.
right.
That doesn't say my home. That means
That's
where he
ridiculous.
was living,
Yeah.
which was
No,
down
what
the
you're
street.
telling me is ridiculous regarding this agreement that she has shown me, and that you tried to con her out of $4,000, but she was ahead of you with the game. So be more careful, ma'am. I believe you were being hustled from the beginning, but thank God you came to a judge who recognized that. I'll grant you your judgment. $4,237. Have a good day.
Yeah, I mean, I was hurt, and I feel like she's kind of gives and then takes back and says I owe her when I thought it was a gift, but
What can I say? I mean, I made a mistake in character and integrity. I thought he had both. So, and I hope that he finds it.